children, it's time for bed. Are you all ready? Good. Then let me tell you a story about a brave little bunny who saved his whole family. Once upon a time, in a hole in the ground under the roots of an old oak tree, a family of bunnies lived. There was a mother, a father, and their 5 little bunnies. Every day the little bunnies played outside their hole. They tumbled over each other, wrestled, chased butterflies, and picked juicy berries. One day, while the little bunnies were playing near the forest, they heard a loud hissing sound. The bunnies froze. What was that sound? They had never heard anything like that before. Suddenly, a huge snake slithered out from behind a tree. The bunnies were so frightened that they all ran away as fast as they could. When the little bunnies told their mother what had happened, she wasn't too worried. "Don't be scared," she said. "That old snake is harmless. He just hisses to scare us. He won't hurt you." But the bunnies couldn't believe her. They were too frightened. For the next few days, the little bunnies didn't want to leave the burrow. They were too afraid to go outside. One day, the mother bunny went outside. She had to find some food for her little ones. While she was gone, the father bunny started to get very worried. It was getting dark and their food supplies were running low. He had to do something. "I'm going out into the forest to look for food," he told the bunnies. "One of you must stay here with me, and the rest of you stay in the burrow until I come back." Benny, the smallest of the bunnies, didn't want to stay inside. "I'm scared of the dark," he whispered to his father. The father bunny looked at his little son and hugged him. "You must stay here with me, my brave boy," he said. So when the other bunnies left the burrow to play, Benny stayed with his father. The father bunny got some sticks and made a small fire. He sat by the entrance of the burrow with a spear in his hand, keeping watch for danger. Soon, though, he started to get very sleepy. He yawned and closed his eyes for just a moment. Just a moment later, a huge snake slithered toward them. It was the biggest snake that Benny had ever seen. Benny screamed as loud as he could. The snake raised its head and stared at him. Then it opened its mouth wide and struck its tongue against his nose. "Yuck," said Benny. The snake hissed and struck again, but Benny ducked. The snake missed. "Go away," yelled Benny. He took a stick and poked the snake. The snake flicked its tail and lunged at Benny, but Benny was too quick for it. The snake was so angry that it did something that no one had ever seen before. It stood up on its hind legs and tried to grab Benny with its claws, but Benny kept poking it with the stick. Finally, the snake got tired and slithered away. When the first rays of sunlight hit the forest floor, Benny and his father came out of the burrow. All the other bunnies were there. "Did you see the biggest snake?" Benny shouted. All the bunnies gasped. "We were so scared," squeaked one of the bunnies. "I thought we were going to die." Benny shook his head. "It wouldn't hurt you," he said. "Only those who are brave can face their fears. And you don't have to be brave all the time. Sometimes being scared is okay, but we can't let fear control us." From that day on, the bunnies were never scared of the snake again. They learned that if you face your fears, they will go away. And even if they don't go away, you can still be brave like Benny. Now it's time for bed. Close your eyes, little ones, and remember, no matter how scary things might seem, you can always be brave.